Welcome to my discussion board for week 5. My name is Claudia Estrada. The overview for today is just a public union I chose and how that union has changed since Janus versus AFSCME, the academic peer-reviewed journal I chose, and the news story that I chose that discusses the Wisconsin Act 10 bill. So the union I chose was the California Teachers Association. It's one of the largest public employee unions in California. The region that it covers is statewide across California. They do represent about 300,000 educators, including kindergarten through 12th grade teachers, school staff, counselors, and college teachers. How does the California Teachers Association how is it impacted since Janus versus AFSCME? First, the Janus versus AF, I'm going to go a little detail of that. It was a landmark U.S. Supreme Court case that ruled public sector unions cannot require non-members to pay agency fees. And how it changed for CTA. Before Janus, teachers who chose not to join the union still paid their fair share fees in regards for union representation in negotiations. After Janus, all union dues and fees became strictly voluntarily. So the membership, at first, some people worried that the union membership and money would drop a lot. But in reality, CTA and many California unions worked hard to involve members and keep participation high, partly because California supports unions through its laws and culture. The union did reach out more, showing benefits of being a member versus and working together. Why or why not? In states with right to work laws, union membership fell much more, but in California, the drop was a tad bit smaller. Some California laws and the union's quick actions helped reduce that impact. One of the peer-reviewed journal articles, which I cited right here, some of the main points from that article is just the article assessed how teacher unions, including CTA, responded to Janus' decision. And some of those key findings were that unions started focusing more on getting members involved and making participation a choice. Unions kept working hard in politics and continued to shape education rules. The expected big drop in the union membership did not happen in most states that supported unions. And then a news story on the Wisconsin Act that I chose. Again, my citation for my sources right here. One thing I learned from the source is that Wisconsin's act is not limited group negotiations for most public employees, but also required yearly approval votes and stopped unions from collecting dues directly from paychecks. How it relates to this week's material is showing the difference between California, which supports public unions, and states like Wisconsin, where new laws greatly reduce union power, the membership, and ability to negotiate. Also showing how laws and politics affect how strong and effective public employee unions are. So the CTA is still a strong group in California's public sector, adjusting to challenges like Janus versus AFSCME. And then the different experience with Wisconsin's Act 10 shows how important state laws and rules are. And just recent research and news show that the union's strength depends on both active organizing and helpful policies. Um, but thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my week 5 discussion. Thank you.